And the other thing I wanted to mention is, after that experience at the Y, I went over to the Plant Fitness to do like a third little workout and do a little 10-minute jog and a couple more sets of pull-ups and push-ups and curls and shit. And I'm almost driven away from that business because of the interaction with the officer and stuff in that area. And I feel persecuted. I don't even live here and I feel persecuted. So I just think, when it gets into, and then I went over to Plant Fitness, I get a couple slices of Domino pizza because they're doing it free. I don't look as good as I looked a little while ago. It's not just the lighting. I'm not as healthy looking. And that's what's happened with this town. Is there's places of opportunity and people are kicked away and they're persecuted away and they're going to different places and they're not they don't look as good. They don't look as good. They're not getting as healthy. You know what I mean? They're not as healthy. They're eating shitty food and they don't have as good a place to work out and to walk and enjoy the nature. Different part of town. They're not going to have as good access to jobs and stuff like that. And then they're going to eat bad food. They're going to do drugs and they're going to become, over time, over the duration of their life in a community like Bismarck, North Dakota, they're going to become a more expensive thing. They're going to become a liability. They're going to begin doing crimes because they're in the wrong environments and the wrong people, and they're going to begin, and they're going to be, they're going to be a healthcare problem. They're going to go, they're going to end up with heart disease or with all different things, and they're going to be a burden on the system. And the city, over time, will end up paying more and more and more instead of just doing the thing right back there where that ticket happened by the YMCA, instead of just having the right sign there, so the person still will just know next time they go there, they'll make sure they know, or just, even next time the person will go there, but anyone else who goes there will know the speed and the sign because there'll be a good sign right there when you're pulling out of the YMCA, out of that commercial business, right when you're looking at it, it says, slow children 25 either way. So we won't end up with bicycle accidents. We won't end up people going to different gyms, and we won't end up with people going to different gyms and then eating bad food and not going for that walk with the dog in the park and having a bad attitude, and then, drugs and crime and all these things, and then being less healthy over time and becoming a burden and becoming a liability. And over time, over the duration of, days, weeks, months, and years, costing this town and this city government more. And, they're not making anything off that $10 ticket, but what they're doing is they're destroying the humankind and the values, the respect and the decency within this town. They're destroying America in Bismarck, North Dakota. They're burning the American flag every time they act so fucking phony and fake. You saw all the reviews, my last video. There's dozens of negative reviews, and they're negative reviews for a reason. Cops entering someone's house, cops taking women to the ground. These guys, writing fake tickets, persecuting, harassment, playing, you heard them all. This is not a good police force. It's not easy to be a cop, but you got to have your head on a swivel. You got to be, and it's not easy to run a city. This is simple shit, though. You don't want a bicycle accident. You don't want someone getting hit on a bicycle by a car. And if something like this comes up in an area where someone doesn't have a sign, make sure there is a great sign there. And that way we can protect and prevent scenarios like that. We were not just worried about a $10 ticket. We're worried about protecting and preventing scenarios like that. So when you have a commercial business pulling out on a T intersection on a road, you got a 25 to the one side, and what if the people are going to the left, going the other way, and they don't see that sign, so they get down to the bottom hill. As soon as they see the sign, they'll slow down. But if there's not a sign there, yeah, they're probably going to go with the flow of traffic. And there's tons of other negative reviews about this too. So other people are running into the same problems and issues and challenges with this corrupt and city government and this corrupt police force in Bismarck, North Dakota that I have. And like I said, they're not making anything off the $10 tickets. What they're doing, is they're kicking people to wrong sides of town to different places, and they are destroying humanity and destroying that American flag, our values, our system, our respect, all of that stuff. These people want to piss on the American flag and burn it before my fucking eyes. When I come into this fucking junkyard, trash can, dumpster of a fucking shit show town run un-American, from the fucking top of the police force to the guy who mops the floor, every single one of them, fuck, get him out. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not going to pay you $10 ticket. You need to fix the sign so another bicyclist doesn't get killed or someone's kid doesn't get killed, in a different area or something like that. If it's a YMCA, there's millions of kids and shit. Put a sign, slow children, both ways. Right when you're pulling out of that parking lot. If you can't care enough to put in the sign, you shouldn't be writing me a ticket. You know what I mean? Because I don't know the speed because I'm not from here. And, that's the essence of it. But again, I just want to focus on my point is, when you look at the lifespan of people in towns and the way it's all, you kick someone out, their whole thing is designed wrong. That's not how you do things. You have corrective measures, like you make sure the signage is good. And the other thing I wanted to mention is, I don't know, maybe the YMCA called the guy and had him go over there and just wait for me to pull out of that parking lot. You know what I mean? And just waiting, have him pull out of the parking lot. He says, "Well, you got to go slow because you're walking dogs." You know, I just walked my dog there, and he's just waiting there, and then getting me because And I said years ago I did the exact same thing. I pulled out of there, went down the hill, and I got a ticket. So I find it hard to believe it's just a coincidence with that timing. I think the guy's just fucking stalking me. You know what I mean? Maybe the YMCA called him, or maybe he's just like stalking a different state plate or something like that. You know what I mean? So there was that aspect too. Whether any calls made from the YMCA, is this guy just go to the YMCA and drive around, look for an out-of-state plate, and then just try to wait outside there and get him a ticket? You got a kid, I don't know, 20 years old, looks like a 12-year-old on a golf cart harassing an American. You don't want, put your YMCA out by the highway, and have your cops take care of real crimes. And and you want to prevent people from getting killed on a bicycle by a car, you have good signage in. You know what I mean? If you want to be treated in a good American way, you're professional and you have business cards. So those are the issues.